today we are talking with Stoya. So welcome. It's good to have you.
Thank you. I do not identify as an actress or a porn star. I am a pornographer who has done some acting and is mostly a writer.
Some of the stuff that I've read from informal publications, interviews that you've done, you've kind of adamantly insisted that you are indeed not an activist, rather an entertainer who may or may not want people to get to think differently about pornography and things of that nature. Is that more accurate?
Well, I'm a compulsive explainer. So, like, when the penthouse-loving late 40-year-old dude comes up and is like, hey, street harassment, I kind of get it, but I don't really get it. Or, like, cisgender, can you please explain what this is and why we're supposed to be using it? Like, I'm like, of course, I'd love to. Nothing brings me more joy than that or explaining Balkan politics. So I do, I end up doing some of the work of activism at times, but there were maybe about 3 years there where everyone wanted to use that label. And I'm like, no, guys, it does a disservice to the actual activists. And, like, kind of the same thing with acting. Like, the most I'm comfortable with is occasional actress because, like, a real working actor is busting their ass 24/7 practically. Like, they're out there doing auditions, they're doing readings, they're rehearsing. And I'm like, I'm real busy with the paperwork of running a porn company.
That kind of leads me to your recent movie, AI Rising, which I watched yesterday with a group of friends, and I thought it was pretty amazing in its tonality, and the acting was really effective, and it looked great, it sounded great. It was a movie, and what was interesting about it, not that it was a good movie, but what was interesting to me was I think there were 4 men watching this, the different reactions, and to not get into spoilers, but the different reactions to the various problems that occurred on this journey with this cosmonaut and android. I don't think I've ever really experienced watching a movie where I started reacting to the reaction of the other people watching it. It stirred up a lot of, I don't even know how to explain it, like patriarchal outbursts. It was wild. I think it was fantastic. I had read some reviews, and there wasn't a lot of middle ground. People either loved it or didn't like it because of and most of the people didn't like it because of their idea of it being paced in a certain way. But what it did recall for me was kind of a conglomeration of 2001 and Blade Runner.
So,
I recommend it.
Thank you. The director heavily referenced Tarkovsky, and